Welcome to Eagle and Rue, ANKHARET'S older garb. My persona in the SCA is a Welsh woman that lived between 1175 and 1250. Working and discovering how she would have dressed was a long process that developed over years. I was doing pretty good with research until I was sidelined by an expert who turned out to be wrong. I lost some traction there, but ultimately learned to trust my own research. Here are some of my creations from the past. Here are some of the early years before 2011. This garment is a black corduroy fabric gown. It has no gores in it, and it is a complete A-line design. This is a scrap piece of tablecloth that was made into a gown. As you can see, it had several iterations. The first iteration was an A-line with no gores, and then I added gores and ties on the side. Terrible addition, but a learning process. I really don't remember where I got this idea, but it was an apron to go over the gowns. I'm going to mention in these earlier photos you're going to see a variety of headwear. I was trying to figure out how to wear a wimple and veil or a barbette and veil without giving myself headaches. I did finally figure it out. These images explore the surcoat. I made several different surcoats of various scrap and found fabrics. I will say that the recycled velveteen and curtain fabric is probably one of the worst ideas, but it was a learning experience. Most of my early garb is made out of sheet fabric, tablecloth fabric, curtains, found bedspreads, and secondhand bin fabrics from secondhand stores. Over the years, I explored a variety of gown patterns with a variety of different gore ideas, trying to find the best fit as well as the ones that match the images from early manuscripts the best. I didn't really know anything about putting front gores in, and I did experiment quite a bit with ties, eyelets, lacing, etc. I also explored a variety of blout patterns. I experimented with lacing, fabrics, extending the bodice, making the bodice shorter, etc. Early kirtle patterns also did not have gores, and I used a variety of quilting fabrics for trim. I loved the fabric I made this burgundy gown out of. It's a coarser cotton brown fabric, and it had a burgundy red cotton jersey type fabric also, and I really loved it and wanted to make it work and tried several iterations to make it come out right and turning it into a blout, but ultimately it ended up in the scrap bin. Somewhere in 2010-2011 I stumbled across the correct shape for my kirtles and gowns, and it is a 4-gored gown, and I absolutely love it. Next series of gowns are in the pattern that I did finally settle on, as well as the wimple and veil that are more historically accurate and that I figured out how to wear without giving myself headaches. The photo shoot for these were done in April of 2017. This is a green linen that I absolutely love. It's very lightweight and perfect for the summer. Now this was supposed to be a black fabric. It's a cotton that I dyed and then used scrap red velvet for the trim. I handmade the decorations, the belt and the brooch, and hand sewed pearls on it. Originally it went with a pillbox hat, but I finally figured out the wimple and veil. I made this green linen gown and the blue one that is the exact same pattern at the same time. It's really my go-to favorite gown, and I've added handmade inkle loom trim to it that I wove myself, and I finally figured out the headgear. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this outfit. It is one of my favorites. Here's another green gown It's got wider sleeves than the other one, and it's a darker linen. It also has a bigger neckline, but I hand painted all of the device images on it and did embroidery embellishments. This is what I fondly call my device dress. It's based on my SCA Persona device that's registered with the SCA. It's 100% linen, and all of the device images are appliqued and then embellished with hand embroidery. It is one of my favorite gowns. Technically, it is a kirtle pattern, not a gown, and I wear it individually by itself often because it's nice in the warmer, hot summers. The maple dress is a 100% cotton velvet fabric, and the collar is hand embroidered. It was a direct response to an award I received in 2011 for the Maple Leaf, which is an arts and sciences award. I played in the SCA for 20 years and was my first real award. Here are some up-close and detailed images of the hand embroidery. I did this all on a slate frame. The embroidery is done in wools, linens, metallics, silks on a slate frame. Thank you for watching, and I hope this inspires those of you that are beginning in the SCA garment construction journey, that you do grow and develop as you work, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.